We begin tonight with continuing coverage of the horrific death of little Genesis Mata. Now another stunning development. Prosecutors say the battered and broken 8-year-old was not the only victim. This as relatives of the young victim lashed out at Kern County Child Protective Services, suggesting Genesis might have been saved if social workers had acted on years of complaints. Connor Dorr was in court for their arraignment and joins us now in studio. Connor.
Jenny, Genesis's father and stepmother hid their faces from a courtroom full of furious relatives this afternoon as they pleaded not guilty to 7 charges, felony stacked on felony, legal language only hinting at atrocities inflicted on the innocent child. Genesis's extended family, dressed in pink, filled the courtroom as they watched her accused murderers, her father and stepmother, answer to the charges against them. Wrists cuffed and legs shackled, 31-year-old Ray Mata and 27-year-old Graciela Bustamante shuffled into their benches, charges read to both of them. Members of the courtroom crowd sobbed, wailed, and mumbled curses. The couple turned their heads and covered their faces. Mata and Bustamante each pleaded not guilty to the same felonies: first-degree murder, aggravated mayhem, and inflicting injury upon a child. Also among the charges are 2 counts of torture and 2 counts of child cruelty. A district attorney spokesman said 2 counts reflect 2 separate victims. The identity of the second victim was not revealed, but we do know 7 children were taken into protective custody after Genesis's body was discovered. Sabrina Guerrero, one of Genesis's cousins, said family members reported abuse to CPS over 20 times.
It's a sad situation, and CPS needs to be held accountable for everything, because they were called on numerous occasions. I went out, did investigations, and completely let and released the whole case.
We've been asking CPS and the Kern County Department of Human Services about this for 2 days. A spokesperson declined to answer, saying the department cannot confirm nor deny the existence of a case. We just don't know for sure the background of this family and county social workers. Police were called Saturday afternoon to the La Quinta Inn Motel on 24th Street and Buck Owens Boulevard after getting a report of a child unconscious in a bathtub. Her body was found behind a locked bathroom door. Her trauma was so severe and so apparent that the security footage from the motel shows officers visibly upset. BPD investigators later saying this is one of the worst cases of child abuse they have ever investigated. The hotel manager said Mata and Bustamante, along with Genesis, have lived at the motel for over 2 months. The manager allowed them to live there for free after the couple told them they were struggling with money and working to get back on their feet. After the body was discovered and Mata and Bustamante were taken into custody, CPS took 7 other children into custody. Those children were identified at the arraignment only by their last names. They were last named with Mata, Bustamante, and one named Rodriguez. Questions about CPS were not addressed in court, including were there any complaints or investigations regarding Mata and Bustamante? Had any mandated reporter communicated concerns to CPS? What is the status of the other 7 children removed by CPS? And those are just some of the few unanswered questions. Also not immediately known is who is Genesis's biological mother? Why wasn't Genesis with her biological mother? Did she and Mata share custody of Genesis? Were the 7 other children biological kids of Mata and Bustamante? And who are they? We will continue to push for answers to these questions, as well as continue to investigate what happened to Genesis. In studio, Connor Dorr, 17 News.
Connor, thank you. Very tragic story here. Family of Genesis have launched a GoFundMe to help lay her to rest as they navigate this heartbreaking loss. That page describes Genesis as a beautiful spirit who was full of life and loved anything that sparkled. If you'd like to donate, scan the QR code you see on your screen. You can also find a link to that fundraiser on our website, kget.com.